And we are back! Zanhorn here, and in today's video I'm going to go over my leveling build. I got a brand new Templar here. I just rolled on the Ebonheart Pact US server. Level 3, right out of the beginner zone here, and haven't even gone to the starter island. I'm playing a Nord, and I'm going to just level this guy up, seeing how far I can go, and I'm not exactly maxing him out as far as the race and all that sort of stuff. I just want to play a fun Templar and thought a Nord would be good. Sure, I might be able to inch a few more points out of the Dark Elf, but I'm not all about min-maxing. I'm all about having fun, and I just felt like playing a Nord. So I'm going to go quickly over my skills and then show a little bit in action and how it works. Right out of the beginning here, I'm going to try to focus on getting all three of these class lines going as quickly as possible. So for my first 3 skill points, I've purchased Puncturing Strikes, Sunfire, and Rush Ceremony. These 3 are going to be my mainstays. I'm just trying to get these 3 going. My next skill will be a 2-hander ability called Cleave. I'm going to try to level up from 1 to 15 using the 2-handed weapon. It's really fun with light armor, 2-handed weapon, just slashing guys. And as far as my attribute points, I'm going full magicka. So nothing into health, nothing into stam. All my gear, all my enchants, everything will be in magicka, because a lot of my damage will be coming from magicka based abilities, even though I'm using a 2-handed weapon. More on that later. As far as gear, you can see here right out of the gate here, I just have the same basic gear that you get right from the tutorial, but eventually I'll be crafting a full set of light armor with a seducer set and the training trait in order to maximize my light armor ability here and gaining that as quickly as possible. I want to get this up to 50. I will also be doing that same thing with the 2-handed sword and eventually restoration staff at level. I'll probably start using restoration staff around level 10 or 11 so I can get that going, so I can maybe heal the first couple of dungeons, because I'll be rolling a healer and DPS as I usually do. But wanted to quickly go over this video so other new Templars out there can say, hey, maybe I can try something new. Maybe I don't have to be a full stamina build with a 2-handed weapon, medium armor, but maybe I also don't have to be a full light armor mage casting with a destruction staff. Maybe there's a hybrid that actually works in the middle. I feel like this does, and it's so much fun with that battle mage feel, casting sunfires and casting ranged abilities, and then also charging in there with the 2-handed weapon and laying down some damage. Alright, so picking it up now, I'm level 6, and I just did the basic quests right around Davin's Watch and just didn't really even go back to the starter island. I've already got up to level 6. So I just want to go over and show this build, how it's developing here, and sort of the mentality. I've got 9 skill points so far, and this is the way I've spent them. I upgraded Puncturing Sweep, I upgraded Reflective Light, I purchased Solar Flare, I bought Breath of Life, or I upgraded to Breath of Life, and then my 2-handed, I didn't buy Cleave because I had already unlocked Critical Charge by the time I could buy it, so I bought Critical Charge, and then I think I put a skill point here into Light Armor. So that's it, that's all I've got so far. This is my loadout. It's going to be a Solar Flare, followed by a Reflective Light, followed by a Critical Charge, and then if I need to finish them off with a Puncturing Sweep, that's going to be the general rotation. I also have Breath of Life on my bar just because I want to start leveling this Restoring Light skill. But so with this, I'll be able to get going with the Dawn's Wrath, the 2-handed, and the Adric Spear line, and also then Restoring Light. But I don't feel like I'm going to be healing all that much. So here's my gear. It's very basic. I stripped all my gear away just to see how basic this build is. There's just the Caldwell's robe and a 2-handed axe that I got from a quest reward, and this is sort of the rotation. You start off with a reflective light or a solar flare, followed by a reflective light, and then you just finish these guys off. So fast. Now you can see the only thing there is that my magicka is a little low, and that's the only thing about this build at the beginning. But that's always sort of a difficulty with all the classes at the beginning is managing resources. I only have 1278 magicka, but see how much boom damage that does with literally no gear or enchants, and just able to if I had some more magicka, this would be going a tad easier, but I don't. So I back up, boom, critical charge. So you're flying all over the place here. Again, no gear at all, no enchants, nothing. Flying all over the place. You're doing like a real battle mage here. Throw a reflective light, charge in there, and you just finish them off with a couple of light attacks. Very powerful at this low level. And it's just, even with that, you just do a solar flare, followed by a reflective light, followed by a critical charge, and they're practically dead by themselves right there. Boom. And if I had any magicka whatsoever, I would be, there we go, is puncturing sweep. And a little CC action. Looks like I'm bugging out. But it's just that critical charge rushing in there and hitting them pretty hard. It's really just a lot of fun. So it's a really nice hybrid between running a full magicka build. So I'm using all these, especially puncturing sweep, I'm using these magical based abilities, but I'm also charging in there and hitting with light attacks. So when you take it to the next level, which of course Zanhorn likes to do, that's when you go and you start stacking the gear. So what I did on my other guy was I crafted a full seducer set of light armor. So the legs, the helm, the belt there, then the shoes and the chest piece. All 5 seducer set. And then for the medium and heavy piece, because I'm running 511. Oh, I better just finish it. Boom. Finish those guys off. Alright, so for the medium piece, I'm going to run the gloves. So I set those up for Magnus, and I'm running a helm, or I'm sorry, the shoulders, heavy shoulders that are also Magnus. I'm going to put my rings on, and then my weapon is going to be Magnus as well. So with a 3-piece Magnus set, I'm going to add max magicka, I'm going to add magicka recovery, and then with a seducer set, I'm going to add magicka recovery and max magicka. So obviously both of the things that I'm going to be doing here with this build is a very magicka base. I want it to recover fast, and I want more of it. Of other notes here, the 5-piece set gives you a reduction in magicka cost of all your magicka based abilities by 8%, so that's even going to reduce them even more. I put enchants on all the gear, is just the standard basic enchant that you can get from Davin's Watch. It's the level 5 to 15 enchant for max magicka, so I put that on all the pieces as well. I put a flame enchant on the weapon, and I put the reduce magicka cost on both of the rings that I got. So yeah, if I'm fully enchanted out, fully geared out, still very basic. I mean, these sets are should be pretty easy to get. If you don't have them already, you can get them from a crafter, probably one of your guilds. If it just takes a little bit of time, and materials are very easy to come by. Even if all this was green, these were green pieces instead of blue, it would still be very effective. So this is a full set of Magnus / seducer gear, and a Magnus sword with all with training on it. So I got 5 pieces of training, which is a great trait to have at low levels. Going to bump up those armor skills very quickly with medium and heavy armor as well. Those will increase at a slower rate, but for the most part, this is a very light armor intense build. And then I'll be getting my 2-handed weapon up as well. So with this now I take it to the next level. So now you can see here that make sure I'm not going to die. Now my max magicka was 1200, now it's 3000, and my magic recovery is 188. So now I have a whole lot more resources to mess with. So now when I fight these guys, start with a dark solar flare followed by reflective light, and then a puncturing sweep, and now I'm still at 90% magicka there. So I can do a lot more action here. And my resources like don't even move whatsoever. So if you can manage to get a couple of nice set pieces of gear, and you keep up with your enchants and you keep up with your training trait, you are gonna start leveling these skill lines in no time flat. But you still see the idea is just casting spells, shooting stuff, boom, just charging there, and the guy's dead in 2 seconds. And it's just a lot of fun because you're mixing casting and you're mixing melee, and there's no reason why you have to do one or the other. Okay, probably should have done that, but I try not to do another solar flare until after I charge, because it's like all I can just do a puncturing sweep there. Boom, dead. So fast, so fun. Cast, charge, melee, done. And no downtime. Oh, got a guy on me. Whoops. Oh, let's get over there. Now we'll charge him and then finish him off. Oh, there's my medium armor. It's starting to creep up a little bit. So is my heavy armor because of those training traits. Really sweet. But you can see just no downtime whatsoever. Boom, done. And once you get repentance, that'll help with your weak stamina pool, and just things will go that much faster. That won't be for a while, but at least until you get going here at the beginning, you can just this is the build that I run as I level, and I'll do another build as I get into like the level 20s, 30s, 40s, so you can sort of see how it works with restoration staff. But it's just a lot of fun flying around, hitting stuff, charging. Dead. I just can't seem to get this gameplay from any other class, which is why I really like the Templar. I mean, I know all the classes are pretty strong, especially at low level, but Templar just has a lot of fun with their particular casting abilities in the Dawn's Wrath tree. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I didn't drone on too long about it, but just wanted to give you a little bit of gameplay and how it works. So see you next time. Oh, that charged me.